It's Monday, which means it is time for a mock draft. Let's do it. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video. Before we get started today, I just want to mention you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Also, if you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast. All right, so what is the deal with Mock Draft Monday? You guys know the deal, MDM. It is super easy, super fun to get into. Essentially, every single Monday, I'll be doing a different kind of mock draft. I know other creators do versions of Mock Draft Monday. I think Green Bean, I don't know if he's starting it up, but last year Green Bean did the live stream where you guys voted on it. What I'm going to do is slightly different than that. I'm going to do a different style of mock draft every single Monday with a different focus. This one, I already did one already, which was my first mock draft 1.0. This one is going to be with trades. That one was no trades. This one's with trades. Now, also wanted you to know that it's not going to be trading for a quarterback. So it's not like I'm giving up a pick and saying, okay, I am trading that pick for a quarterback. We are just focusing on the draft and saying, let's pretend the quarterback in free agency, whether that be Jimmy G or Derek Carr if he gets released, or, go right down the line. So picture veteran quarterback through free agency, and the rest we will do through this draft. And as a reminder, we are potentially accepting trades in this one. I am using the PFN simulator. That's another thing. I will use different simulators each week. I don't want to use the same ones so that we get repetitive, and we're going to have some fun with it. I'm excited for this one. We're going to do 7-round mock, select the Jets, normal. Here we go. And let's draft. X out of these little pop-ups. That's the one thing I don't like about this site is the amount of pop-ups. But Jets have the 13th pick. We'll see what we decide to do with this pick. Oh, okay. Hang on. We did get a pop-up. So this offer is pick 13, 171 for pick 39, 60, and a first. Okay. Kind of want to 16 and 47. So slide back 3 spots and pick up a second rounder, or move back to pick 18 and get a first for next year. I want to focus on this year's draft. Obviously, I can't simulate all of them. So do this one in next year's draft. So I'll take this one. I will slide back 3 spots and I will take the additional second round pick from Washington Commanders because, well, they have a few different needs that they could try to attack here. And Paris Johnson's already off the board. I see that. That was someone that if he was available, maybe I reconsider and just take him as my best guy available. But instead, I'm going to take this, move back a few spots. There we go. Okay. I'm not going to trade again, especially not with Buffalo. So I'm going to reject both of these. Okay, come on. Reject and reject. Now, a few different ways that you can go. Do you want to go with the linebacker here? Do you want to go with the safety here? Do you want to go with the offensive tackle here? I think tackle would be the way to go. Now, it's really dependent on if you think that Skoronski can play tackle at this level, or if you want to go with the big guy in Broderick Jones. So we can click on both of these. Yeah, 6'4", 315. Athleticism is vital, but NFL tackles needs more than that. He has the power and the strength. There we go. And then if we click on Skoronski's, it's going to say might need to move to guard. Doesn't say that, but I think I'm going to go with Broderick Jones here. I wouldn't be upset with Skoronski, but I'm going to take Broderick here. Some might consider that a reach. I don't. Yes, Skoronski goes 17th. I think both guys are going in the top 20, and you picked up additional draft capital. Remember, you still need safety, linebacker. You need a lot of help. And now, after you moved back, you have 2 picks in the second round. Two trade offers. No, I'm not going to take those because, well, you have a few different needs that you could attack right here. Remember, safety, I think safety, linebacker, potentially center as well. Let's see. Are there any? I might. Oof. Do we do it? Do we pull the trigger on Schmitz? You do have that other. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to go O-line heavy. That's a big need. Let's go O-line heavy. Reject. And we only, you just have to wait a couple of picks. And now I think is where you look for either a safety or a linebacker. You have Skinner available at safety, which is probably where I'm going to go. But let's take a look at linebacker also. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take Skinner here. Safety out of Boise State. It's a big need for this team. And all three of those guys, I would imagine, should come in and be able to start right away for your football team. So tackle, center, safety so far. So we move on to round number 3. Let's move this back to all so you can kind of see how the board is falling here. Pick 74 up next, and move back and gain another pick. I'm going to say no. Because I think I'm grabbing a linebacker, and I know that there are other linebackers listed in front of him, but Jack Campbell is one of my favorite linebackers in this draft. I don't know if he's going to make it to round 3. I think he's a round 2 player. You have Overshown, who's an athletic linebacker from Texas. Sanders is a good linebacker. Pace Jr. I'm going to take Campbell, who's a tackling machine. That's my guy. I'm going with him. He's one of my draft crushes. We're going to get in on. I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about guys throughout the NFL draft process, but he's one of my favorites. And I think the Jets grab him in round 3. I could have gone with a couple other options, but that's who I wanted. We're on to round 4 now. Move back 2 spots, get pick 161 and a 7th next year. You know what? I'll take this one from the Panthers. Why not? We'll get an additional pick for this year and lose something next year to slide back a couple spots. I'm going to say yes. And they traded up for a tight end. Okay. So a few things come to mind for what the Jets need. At this point, you're in round 4. Defensive tackle is a position that I think is one that they should be looking to attack. Potentially more edge depth, but I don't think this is where I want to go now. I'm tempted to take the USC defensive tackle. If we switch back over to the offensive side of the ball, is there a wide receiver that jumps out to me at this point? Not really. Could double up on an offensive lineman, corner, maybe another linebacker or another safety. I'm going to go with the DT. They need a big run-stuffing defensive tackle. I'm all right with that in the mid-rounds. They don't pick again till round 5. I'm going to say no. I already made a couple of trades. Tyler Nubin's here. All right. Interesting. Grab another safety. Or a linebacker. Wide receiver. Offensive guard. There's a few different directions that I feel like you can go here. Could look for a developmental quarterback. Clay Toon. Jake Hayner is someone that I like a lot. Spencer Rattler, maybe. I don't think that's the direction that I'm going to end up going here, though. Instead, I'm going to take the Ole Miss receiver. They need some depth. Jonathan Mingo, they need some depth here at that position. I would imagine next year the wide receiver room is going to be Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson, but they're going to need another one. I don't think Corey Davis is back. I think you could add someone else in free agency. But, additionally, you got to add depth beyond that. I think that's what you would do here. Okay, pick 161. Brenton Cox. Henley's there. Okay, Mark Perry, the safety. Not really a good linebacker left. Oh, no, I lied. Dorian Williams, okay. I'm tempted to go there. Look at safety again. I think I'm going to double up on linebacker. That's really a position that they could really look to improve on. I'll take the Tulane linebacker here. Dorian Williams. Into round 6 we go. Another pick coming up. These are really kind of dartboard swings. We'll go safety. We'll go Perry. Double up on those two positions that you need. You filled in offensive tackle. You filled in center. Got a couple of linebackers, a couple of safeties, a wide receiver. Run stuffing defensive tackle. It might be hit on picks. I think it is. I believe it is going to be it on picks unless there's something from the trade, but I don't believe that was the case. So wait to finish this out. We'll go through positions filled. Obviously, that's going to be the big one. How many positions are you going to be able to fill? You need a big draft class like you had this past year because you had multiple guys come in, start from day one, and have success. Okay, here we go. Broderick Jones at 16. Schmitz at 43. Skinner, 47. Campbell, 74. Tupaludu, I think. You would say that last name. Mingo at wide receiver. Dorian Williams and Mark Perry to close it out. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people taken in this draft. You moved back a couple of times. The Jets have been aggressive and moved forward for AVT and Breece Hall. I don't think you're going to do that now with what you need. So Jones should be able to come in and start right away for you. Schmidt, same thing. Skinner, same thing. Campbell, probably also. And the rest is kind of just depth beyond that. Linebacker, safety, probably more special teams role and depth role. Bingo is you're looking for upside and you're looking for a big run stuffing DT. So let me know your thoughts on this mock draft. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we're going to have more and different styles. This was kind of just trade back, generic, sign someone in free agency to play quarterback. We'll have others where we take picks and trade them for players. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I will talk to you next time.